What in the tarnations is that? Is that a fly reel? Now, if I could actually have $1 for every person who's asked me that, I'd be a rich man. But no, this is actually a Centerpin reel by Bear, also known as a float reel. And you're probably asking, why am I using a Centerpin reel to jig for walleyes? Well, it actually started 3 years ago when I was thinking of ideas and the possibilities on how to eliminate line twist associated with spinning reels. No matter what you do, line twist will always be present. And the worst thing I see is a lot of people reeling against the drag when they're fighting a fish. That is the worst thing that you can do. The only way to eliminate line twist is to have your spool in line with your rod instead of at a 90-degree angle like this. I enjoy ice fishing just as much or even more so than soft water angling. So naturally, the first thing I did was I looked at my inline ice reels. I thought these would be perfect because I'm not doing any casting and retrieving. I'm only dropping straight down and jigging on a controlled drift. Well, as it turns out, these are just not adequate at all. The plastic components that make these up just aren't going to cut the mustard. But don't get me wrong, these things are great out on the ice, but the drag systems, I don't even want to get into that, especially out here on the open water when there's a chance you're going to hook into a large muskie or even a sturgeon. Now, I've seen a lot of guys use a bait caster, and that's smart. Actually, that is really smart. But a bait caster, I got no use for it, and it's not going to give me the entertainment, nor is it going to get me excited as much as the Centerpin reel does. So as I continued my quest, it dawned on me, why couldn't I adapt this to the Detroit River jigging for walleyes? And lo and behold, it does. Very well. It didn't take me any longer than catching the first fish to realize the benefits of a Centerpin over the spinning reel. That line twist thing I was telling you about doesn't even exist with these Centerpins. Because these are dragless, you will have to utilize your other hand or apply pressure to the reel with your rod hand in order to create some drag pressure to fight your walleye. I'm telling you, man, this Centerpin jigging for walleye is so much fun. Dropping down is as easy as this. You control your drop speed by applying little pressure to the spool rim. Once you get to the depth you want, you simply just hold it there with your rod hand fingers. And this is how you will actually set the hook as well. Adjusting for varying depths is as easy as 1, 2, 3. No more of this flipping bail wire crap or pulling out line. Holding the rod in this position, especially if you've never float fished before, it might take you a fish or two to get used to. But in this natural position, you will be blown away at how much more sensitive everything feels. I got this one. Oh, my hands are still wet from that last fish, you know? I see a lot of guys lose fish, and that's just because they're horsing it. And unless you're in a tournament, take your time, relax and enjoy this, you know? Because this Centerpin here it'll force you to slow it down, enjoy yourself, relax. This is a nice fish. Nice fish. We can get this baby in here. Look at that. He just engulfed it. Oh, yeah, mama. He just engulfed it. Look. You think he really wanted that? Look at that baby. Wow. This Centerpin jigging is so much fun. It's ridiculous. It almost feels like I'm having so much fun, it almost feels like I feel guilty, like it's illegal or something like that. But look at that. Healthy Detroit River walleyes. Beautiful. These reels are truly a prestigious work of art. In fact, they'll make a Rolex stop ticking. But what's unique is this little guy right here, the bear claw. I'm going to have my buddy Benny explain it to you because he could do it much better than I can.
Hey guys, Ben from Bear Float Reels here. The day has finally come where I can reveal some more information on my new dragless reel. Of course, this is a raw reel. It hasn't been anodized yet. There's no engraving yet on the badge plate, but what you want to be looking at is the new Bear Claw. And it's got some extra features that I don't think we've seen yet on a Centerpin. So just like every other Centerpin, it's got its drift mode, its free spool mode, and that's when the Bear Claw is at the 12 o'clock position, straight up and down. Like every other Centerpin, it's got a clicker mode, where it can click forward and backward. And see, I set out to do something to help problems I found with previous Centerpins I've used myself and I've seen other guys complain about. They love their reels, whether it's, I'm not going to name names, but other competitors' reels. They love them, but they always say, make the clicker stronger. And what do they mean by that? Well, they mean just this, make the spring stronger on the spool and what's holding it. So guys will be moving spots and they'll reel in, they'll hook up on the rod here, take up the slack, and the spring just isn't strong enough to hold tension on the line, and it releases. And to compensate for that, you'll see guys with hair bands around the rod or bungee cords, and they'll wrap it around the handle to keep the spool from spinning. I'm tired of that. So the Bear Claw has a third position, where you can still retrieve excess line, but it absolutely cannot go backwards. It's locked.
Big, huge, big fish. Big fish. There we go. Have I told you how much I love big fish? I like a big walleyes. Oh, like that. Come on, baby. Woo-hoo. Okay, mama. You think she was hungry? Huh? You think she was hungry?